European Union, USA, every major nation is imposing tariffs on China. Even India wants to reduce its dependency on China. अगर हर देश अपनी डिपेंडेंसी चाइना पर खत्म या कम करना चाहता है, then how is it that China is still at the epicenter of the whole supply chain? The answer isn't as complicated as it may look like. Instead of focusing on just manufacturing, China has built an entire ecosystem around manufacturing. Therefore, it is not just a cheap labor, it is much more than, and it has much more layers to understand as well. For years, governments and companies have been saying the same thing. We need to reduce our dependency on China. For instance, अगर हम ईयर द ईयर टैरिफ्स की बात करें, then US has imposed 19.3% tariffs on China from year 2020 to 2024. It went a bit up, hiked a bit in 2024, and then in 2025 it hiked up to 127%. After a trade deal, it reduced to 47%, and at presently it is at 23.4%. अगर इतना टैरिफ्स है, say this is not just one country that I'm talking about. There are many more countries, major economies, who has imposed similar kind of tariffs on China. अगर इतना tariffs है, then how is it that China is still very much alive and at the center of supply chain, and it has become a reliant model as well. China is still the hub of global manufacturing. So let's take an example to understand कि चाइना ने ये इकोसिस्टम कैसे बनाया है and how it is so dependent, and how is it that other countries and companies are so dependent and reliant on China. For instance, let's say Apple बोलता है कि आज मैं अपनी कंपनी कहीं और शिफ्ट करता हूँ and it wants to move out of China. Say now you would think it is very simple, right? We just need to build a factory somewhere else, hire workers, and start assembling phones. But it is not that simple. This is not how the modern supply chain works. iPhone isn't just a product जो कि एक फैक्ट्री में बनता है, because rather it requires a lot of components. For instance, it requires displays, batteries, cameras, chips, connectors, sensors, and many more things. और यहाँ पर चाइना का इकोसिस्टम इम्पोर्टेंट बन जाता है. इमेजिन अगर आपकी नई फैक्ट्री है, वो सेटअप हो रही है वियतनाम में, तो फाइनल असेंबली कैन मूव टू वियतनाम. बट what about the thousands of suppliers producing these components? What about these factories जो ये raw materials को process कर रही हैं? What about the logistic companies जो सब चीज़ों को move कर रही हैं? And what about the skilled workforce that have years of experience in building these things at large scale? चाइना ने इन सालों में एक डिफरेंट मॉडिफाइबल लेयर्स बनाई हैं. It has built an ecosystem which is reliant on these layers. China has invested in building this entire ecosystem, from factories to ports to skilled workforce. And something interesting has happened along the way as well. जैसे जैसे कंपनीज ने इन इकोसिस्टम को ज्वाइन किया, वैसे वैसे it became more attractive to other companies who were looking for a better ecosystem. More factories means more suppliers means lower cost means more factories, and more factories means skilled workforce. Hence, it has become a self-reliant cycle. That is why you can move a factory, but you can't move an entire industrial ecosystem overnight, especially the one which is fully blue. इन सप्लाई चेन्स का एक बहुत ही सिग्निफिकेंट जियोपॉलिटिकल इम्प्लीकेशन भी हो सकता है, एंड दैट इज वेयर विच can't be easily shaken. इसीलिए I said in the starting that why countries want to quit China, but they still can't.